What up, what up? So, if you guys don't know, I live with Gabe now, and we have this beautiful apartment together. And we got a little update for my engine build. So, we're gonna send the assembly out to go get balance real soon. I'm gonna be showing you guys what you're gonna need when you send your whole assembly out to somebody who needs to balance it, so you don't miss out on what they need. It may vary, but this is pretty much the complete solution. So I got a bunch of my rebuild stuff already, and I'll kind of start by each section. So over here, this is pretty much to assemble the rotors, both of the rotors. So we got corner seals, pretty much the corner seals. We got our apex seals. They're 2-piece OEM apex seals, OEM corner seals. We got the Atkins side seals, which we gotta cut to length. Side seal springs. We got apex seal springs from Atkins. We got our corner seal springs. And then the oil control metal rings. I have the rest of these at home. There's a total of 8, and then the 8 total O-rings that go inside of them. So this is all we're gonna need, and it's honestly the most important part of the rebuild, making sure you prep the rotors correctly. As far as like seals and gaskets and stuff, the only ones I ended up buying were the oil pickup, water pump housing, the water pump itself, and the front cover gasket. This is a 12A front cover gasket. There's more research on the front cover gasket you may need. And then I got some other things for the motor: front and rear main seal, FD oil pressure regulator, so that's gonna help a lot with oil pressure. We got crank angle sensor O-ring, which is nice. Not many people do it. Injector diffuser O-rings. I'm not going to need those because I have ID injectors, so those won't work. Front hub O-ring that actually goes on the over here on the front hub bolt. We got the dowel pin O-rings, which go on the housing. So there's a total of 4 for all the dowels. The rear stationary O-ring, which would go on the back of this. Thermal pellet delete. I actually already had the Atkins one. I got it last summer. It came with everything, so it's whatever. This is the whole closing kit from Atkins. We got our tension bolt washer set. Always nice to have brand new ones. We're gonna apply RTV, make sure that seal is good. And then we got our water seals over here. And as far as the front cover goes, I'm actually gonna leave this here. This is the O-ring that seals. You pretty much lose oil pressure if you don't put this in correctly. So that goes with the front cover gasket. So that's all the stuff I have ordered. And then alongside with that, I'm gonna show you guys some other goodies I got in my room. We got a Series 5 Turbo 2 front cover with the JDL manufacturing 10AN oil drain. And we're gonna be talking about the turbo setup very soon. We got a brand new water pump. Mine was pretty decent. We got our OEM water pump housing that was already from my motor. And then as far as the other parts in the box, we got an oil pump. I'm gonna be ordering the Chips Motorsports one. We got spacers and a bunch of hardware for my motor mounts, more hardware. I got a T2 oil filler neck, so that's gonna be super cool. I got my dowels, water pump pulley, oil pickup tube from a Series 5, some more hardware, oil pressure sensor, oil pedestal, motor mount, pickup tube, and then all the tension bolts, and you got the oil dipstick and more hardware, and my alternator bracket. Got to order a new one from Bonsai, and I got a belt. I got to order more belts, but literally that is everything to build a freaking rotary engine. So I'm pretty excited. The turbo's coming in today. The turbo manifold coming in today. So we're going to be talking about the turbo setup, and we're actually going to be building the motor in my apartment. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. So this is the current setup, as you can see, and I'm going to be putting together the front stack. So we have these two thrust washers or whatever, the spacer, all of these. So I'm showing you guys how to assemble that and put the front stack together. I'm going to prepare it to get sent over to the balancer, and yeah, it's not too bad. So I'm just gonna go through the whole process and show you guys what we're gonna do. All right, word. Just went to my parents' house. If you guys know this garage, you know the garage. Went to go disassemble some of these rotors I had here. These two are Series 5 rotors, and this is the original OG Series 4 rotor that had that screw that backed out of the intake manifold and did that. So I got the oil control rings, the smaller ones to the right, and then the bigger ones. Oh wait, I don't know. One's bigger, one's smaller, whatever. Have those. Got a bunch of these side seals and corner seals. I'll just put them in a Ziploc bag if I ever need them. They're only useful for like cleaning up old gunked up rotors. The Series 5 ones just a wee bit hurt. Looks like it had oiling issues. Just kind of took my time taking out the side seals and the side seal springs. Just got to get these corners and apex seals out of here, and yeah, I'm just gonna put those in a Ziploc bag and inspect them, make sure we have good ones. But now we have a bunch for building our motor. Oh yeah, and also this came. Yeah. So you guys will see the turbo hopefully tomorrow. So that's dope. So yeah, I'm gonna bring these to the apartment, look them over. This is gonna be a good decoration. This is gonna be a great memory. So yeah, let me just go Ziploc bag some of these and get this going. All right, so we're gonna start with our E-shaft. I'm gonna start from the front. So we're gonna get our E-shaft. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. I'm probably gonna get hurt doing this, but I'm gonna start with our E-shaft. We're just gonna take a rotor, it doesn't matter because we're getting it balanced anyways. And we're gonna start at the front. It's gonna be facing this way. Bam. And with that, on our front side, I have this diagram, so it's gonna show us how everything goes. We're gonna take the front stationary gear, which would be this one right here, and we're gonna put the front stationary gear in. And after the front stationary gear, we're gonna take one of these guys and put them down over here, whatever. And then we are going to take this thick boy right here. It's gonna go here in between. And we're gonna take our spacer. This varies. This is pretty much responsible for all your end play. I'm gonna slide the spacer down. It needs to be looped up a little bit. Put the spacer down there. And after the spacer, we're gonna put the plate over here. You can align it, doesn't really matter what way for now. And after that plate, we're gonna take another one of these, put that down here. And then we're gonna take this skinny washer right here, this thrust washer. And the thrust washer is gonna go here. And after the thrust washer, we're gonna take our front counterweight. The front counterweight is gonna be facing this way. Pretty much, I mean, there's a way the keyway goes, but it doesn't really matter right now. So, front counterweight is in. And after the front counterweight, we are going to take our oil pump gear. It's going to be facing this way. Put it through like this. And then we're going to take our crank angle sensor gear, put it down like so. And if you see there's a spring in the E shaft, make sure you keep that spring in there. It's for the thermal pellet. And after the fact, we are going to get our hub or pulley set, push it down as so. And then if you look here, this is our thermal pellet delete that I have facing this way. And I'm just gonna put it down in here and pretty much tighten it by hand. So that's tight enough for my likings. I'm gonna flip the E shaft around. This is pretty much the entire rotating assembly. And we're going to take the rear stationary gear. It's gonna be, actually no, we're gonna take the rear rotor, put it down like so. Just get it in there. Bam, rear rotor's in. And then we're gonna take the rear stationary gear and put it down like so. And then this is an RX7 rear automatic counterweight. So I can run that lightweight flywheel, that Race Beat lightweight flywheel I have. And it's gonna go like so. So this end is gonna go like that. And then our 54 millimeter nut pretty much seals that whole combination. And then we have our lightweight flywheel. I ordered the flywheel bolts, they're still not here. And lightweight flywheel goes on there. Flywheel bolt with the washers. And then ideally you also want to send the clutch and the pressure plate to the balancer. If you want to send it in parts, make sure to send the alignment tool to the balancer to make their life easier and make sure they send it back. And that is pretty much the entire rotating assembly. We got our table clear. And yeah, that's gonna be our whole rebuild. You know, OEM Apex seals, the basics. And we're just gonna refresh her and get her back on the road. After she gets bounced, we're gonna be running an ACT 6-buck clutch, which is super rad. And we're gonna be building the motor here. So the next clip is pretty much gonna be all the turbo components and our plan for that, since everybody keeps asking what the deal is with my car. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something here. All right, guys, I can't believe the day has come. It's finally happened. All legit and everything. Got my Borg Warner EFR 76 Turbo. So excited. And shout out to my boy Kai. He's been a longtime friend from Sneakers and Twitter. And he was actually the one that packaged this, which is just by irony. Like, I didn't even know that. He threw in this full race. I don't know too much about what's going on here, but from what I understand, it kind of has the built-in, like, technically quote-unquote built-in blow-off valve, and then it comes with an electronic boost controller, and then you got this on the compressor nipple, and then you got this revision here for a turbo speed sensor. And I can't believe, like, I dreamed of, like, this was my dream setup. So this is so rad. You got the wastegate, the manual wastegate. We're gonna be running this. You got the oil feed line over here. And you got this port for the oil drain line here. And then right here, M14 by 1.5 threads for our water lines, which is great. And yeah, I'm so excited. And they even got our turbo gas manifold here. This is such a sight to see. Also, Brendan came through the other day And I forgot, I let him borrow my S4T2 rails. So we have our S4T2 rails back, which is great. And as far as the motor rebuild goes, I have roughly everything packaged up. I got our lightweight flywheel and all the other stuff. And I also have the flywheel bolts. Those just came in today. And then let me go to our rotors. If I can turn on the lights. All right, it's a little bit of a mess. All right, so we got our rotors. I was just playing around with them last night. And with our rotors, I'm gonna have these bearings pressed out and replaced because there's no way on hell. Like, I feel like, you know, like everyone seems like a rotary rebuild straight and straightforward, but ideally, I think everyone should be replacing these. If you can't do it, I know there's people you could send out your rotors to, and they'll take care of that for you. So I'm gonna have both of those replaced. As you can see, they're both pretty scored up. And then I have a bunch of E-shafts, so I don't think that one's gonna be our candidate. Got to get that resurfaced, the flywheel, and then I can finally send it out to get balanced. Also, one of the corner seal ends is like, bro. One of the corner seal ends is pretty jacked up, so I can't really fit a corner seal here, which kind of sucks because, as you can see, it's just a little messed up, but we'll fix that. But aside from that, we have pretty much the entire formula to get this thing back on the road. So I cannot believe I own this turbo. This is just surreal. This is surreal. EFR 7670. This thing's huge. I'm gonna insert a photo of it next to my head. It's huge. But yeah, we went with this EFR 7670 with a 0.91 hot side and the aluminum center housing or whatever this is. Center fucking, I don't know. But I don't know, looks sick. It's gonna freaking bark. This thing's huge. This thing is huge in comparison to the manifold, so yeah. Oh yeah, I also got my intake manifold back. So I don't think I've shown you guys this. I have this FD upper intake manifold with an FD throttle body and TPS. I'm gonna be switching it to it for GM TPS. And then I have the JDL manufacturing adapter plate and the block offs with a T2 lower. And I'm also gonna port match this and powder coat the upper. And then all I just need left on this setup, I also have a FD IAC valve on here because you know how we feel about IAC valves. I'm just gonna get the Greddy compression tube off my boy, and then our intake manifold will be like pretty much mint. And then you just figure out the intercooler piping from there. So lots of upgrades for this 6-port. This is gonna be the rowdiest 6-port turbo in New England for sure. So I'm pretty hyped, but I'm gonna just go fascinate and look at this turbo all day. So yeah. I'm with my favorite modder.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What do you think this is, a TV talk? Get
Yeah,
out
it
of
is,
my
bro.
face.
Isn't this like living with the Kardashians? I got an ass bad enough.
Something like that. All right, what do we get in the mail today?
We got your clutch kit mailed in.
We got that goodie. So NA, it's for an NA 13B. Well, where is the box?
Huh?
Oh, it's in my room. Feel like,
my house tour.
oh, dude, they don't need a house tour. Yeah, so this is the part number, CX2-HDG6, and it comes with the 6-puck clutch disc. All right, I guess I'll just show them. Why are you so aggressive, bro?
Camera.
All right, bro, this thing's heavy. You wanna hold this?
No. Peter's just weak, guys.
All right, we got a 6-puck clutch, the pressure plate, the flywheel, and I got like 2 bolts in here just to hold it in for packaging when we ship it out in the mail. This thing weighs like 75 pounds. Is that what it said?
No.
I don't remember.
It weighs like, based for my scale, like
no, I mean the whole
pounds.
Box of what we're sending out to the
I
balancer.
want to take this shit.
Alright, hold up. Damn, this thing's fucking heavy. And I thought the rotors were heavy. Jesus Christ. But yeah, pretty much we have flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, front and rear. We got E shaft, 54 mil nut, 19 mil front bolt, whatever. So we're just about ready to send.
Well, you show them that. I'm gonna go shower and jack off.
Jesus Christ, bro. We got everything pretty much ready to go to the balancer. Got the flywheel bolts, which I'm pretty rad. Hype the belt. Just like, oh yeah, and like, when you're sending out this stuff, you don't even need to send the stationary gears, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Saves us some weight. We got our rear counterweight. We got our front counterweight right over here, so that's good. And then we have both of our rotors, and that's really all you need when you send your stuff out to the balancer. This stuff is so heavy, so there's that. But yeah, pretty excited. I also forgot I have like all the front stack stuff, so like the washers and the thrust washers and the spacers, like pretty much everything you need. Again, you don't have to send the stationary gears out, so there's that. So rear counterweight, front counterweight, front stack stuff, flywheel, clutch, pressure plate, E-shaft, and rotors. And also provided the bolts for the rear counterweight, and also have all the hardware for the clutch and flywheel assembly. So that's all good, pretty hyped, and this should be easy for the balancer to take care of. All right, so like I have most of the box together, which is pretty cool. Through that clutch and flywheel setup in that USPS box, so that's rad. The only thing that's not in here is like this front hub. I'm just working on trying to take this 10 mil bolt off, but that is also going in there. My major concern is if I should reuse this E-shaft. So if you look, I'm just gonna give you guys a once over. This E-shaft, it's a little rough because there may have been a few times where I had some oiling issues and low oil pressure issues, so I might bite the bullet because you can get a brand new RX8 E-shaft for like 200 bucks. And I might just go that route instead, just to play it safe. So there's that. But yeah, we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that before we send anything off to the balancer. Well, it doesn't really matter, but it's probably safe to kind of send the final product. So yeah, super fun. Just chilling here while Gabe's taking a shower. Look at her, all pretty, sitting in the snow. Ooh. Let's not break a door handle today. Jesus. Bam. We're in. We're in the whip. Bruh. How is there like snowflakes in here? That makes no sense. Oh, I need to mount the seat. I'm still digging this black interior. I'm excited. I am hip. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? I can stop! Oh my god. Anyways, I got off work. We're about to be in the midst of a snowstorm, but
What are we gonna do for the snowstorm? Can we cuddle up by the fire over there? Show them the fire, bro.
MTV Cribs, baby. But yeah, we're about to be in the snowstorm, and I'm actually about to send everything over the balancer, but I fell into a little hiccup, and this is a old school Racing Beat flywheel that was given to me by a friend, and this is the one I just ordered. And the issue I was having is when we put the clutch on and we were depressing the pressure plate, it was like the pressure plate was literally touching, like the fingers were touching the clutch, so something wasn't right. And then I got this in the mail from Racing Beat, like the whole kit, and it comes with this spacer, and that's hence the reason why we were having that issue. So for the balance,
if anybody wants to buy a Racing Beat flywheel, hit up Peter Sobier.
yes, someone to actually buy this for me. All it just needs to do is be resurfaced, and I'll actually order the hardware. So I'll include the hardware if I have to ship it, or if you guys want to pick it up. Aside from that, I'm gonna now finally wrap up everything. The balancer said 3-day wait, so that's cool. So I'm gonna start putting this together and then showing you guys that whole thing, and then charge my camera too because it's about to die. Alrighty. It's snowing today. I'm not working today because, well, it's pretty hard. Pretty dank outside. Gabe's playing Mafia 2, which is pretty rad. But regarding the whole clutch flywheel setup, I fell into a small little problem. It's not a huge issue, and I can fix it quite easily. So if you see here, I was able to get everything lined up, these bolts, but there's a missing one, and I'll show you why I'm missing that one. The problem is there are these spacers. I may have mentioned, so there's these spacers in between, and there's these two bolts that are 180 from each other. So I have one that's going through over here, the black bolts, black bolt heads, but unfortunately this spacer won't go through here, so I gotta drill this out a little bit, and then the whole clutch and flywheel setup will be fine hardware wise. So I'll do that at my parents' house. Shout out to Will. Will with the IS300, he got me this for Christmas, that 24 karat gold plated ratchet, 90 clicks, 90 tooth. But yeah, gonna get that handled. Also, gonna start wrapping up, don't look there, gonna start wrapping up the front pulley I got from Racing Beat. I'm pretty hyped about this too. And the balancer also said that, shout out to Easy Precision in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He said he can actually press in my new rotor bearings and my stationary bearings, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna probably, so that's my rear stationary right over here. So we'll get some new bearings in there, and yeah, pretty hyped. He's gonna take care of us. Shout out to that guy for real. What's the
122.44 now. Don't try and move that.
Folks, we did it. Just texted the bouncer, man. Hold up. Can't do this way. Just texted the bouncer, man, on Facebook, you know. I hate Facebook. I hate social media in general. Send him tracking and everything that was shipped out. Dude, the zoom on here sucks. Yeah, I sent him everything, so, you know, we're good, ski. We good, ski. We good. Well, we're in the next day. I look very different. I look like a mess, but super cool. We got all that stuff shipped out. Bouncer messaged me saying should be here by Wednesday, whatever, and he'll message me the rest of the details. I'll send him all the money once it gets there. We got the money. It's all good. And also, we're getting our Model 5s on Friday. Also, Jimbo, Gabe, and I had some fun last night. I actually was training them, teaching them how to make a good old harness. Because we're going to all be working together. So if you guys are interested in an RX7 harness, because I've been getting so many questions and I've been so busy, but now I finally have a squad. I have a team to work with. DM Jimbo. I'm kind of like MIA from social media, but I'm going to be setting up a web store very soon. And we do a bunch of harnesses for Lynx, micro skirts, mega squirts, Haltex. This is one that we're working on. I'm kind of training them and letting Gabe and Jimbo do this particular harness for a customer. I do a couple different services. Aside from engine harnesses, we do wiper harnesses. This is 2 wiper harnesses for an S4. I also do ignition sub harnesses for GM coils or IGN-1As. Another thing I'm going to be doing soon, fuel pump relay mod kits, and also, if I can find it, main relay mod kits, meaning things that act in replacement of your main relay and fuel pump relay on your FC in case they ever fail. So let me know. If you want to know the pricing for everything right now, wiper harnesses are $50. Ignition sub harnesses, $100. Full engine harness starts at $450 for full brand new harness, brand new wire, brand new everything. Literally brand new connectors, as you can see, all plug and play, no wiring needed. All brand new, has included wipers and all that stuff. So super awesome. This is one that we did a very long time ago. So there are some changes that we have, and I'll kind of put in some photos of other ones that we've done. But yeah, we're going to be doing harnesses to the max. And if there's a chassis aside from an RX7, we could possibly do it. I'm not going to say yes to everything. We just know it's tried and proven. My harnesses have been in different streetcars, dozens of streetcars around the country, and these are some people's daily drivers, so I do finally now have confidence to kind of provide this service to a lot of different people, and I'm really excited to really be able to share this and announce this with you guys. So yeah, make sure to message Jimbo on Instagram if you're interested in anything, and then we're gonna have our web store, and I'm gonna have an announcement soon for all that stuff. Or you can message me on Facebook. You can find my Facebook easily. It's just my name. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful one. Next episode, we should have all the parts for the engine, and it should be mainly assembly on the motor. And then some small updates with the car, prepping the car for the new engine. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful one. As I tell people, I love you more. And peace.